Intimacy in business. I believe that all of us, we understand the importance of creating this sense that something special happened between both of us. It's not the chit-chat, it's not the small talk, it's the personal rapport. It's the feeling that we're developing personal relationship between us. So we want to know how to make it happen, because it's important that people would develop this emotional engagement, that they would even love us. Because as I'll always say, you know, the world is divided to two. People that love you and people that dislike you or don't love you. And people that loves you, they will try to find reason to work with you and to buy from you. And people that dislike you, even there are 1 million reasons to buy from you, they will look to find one reason why not. So make them love you. And the first thing is just be yourself. However, you know, we have many versions of ourselves. So when you wake up in the morning and you go out there, you know, to the arena, make sure that you bring your best version. I can tell you that, you know, from personal perspective, keep even a better version for the evening, for your children, for your partner. But when you're at work, interacting with your customers, be authentic. Because people would feel immediately if you're faking or not. Don't fake. Use the right body language. Try to create something in common with them. You know, there's a connection between our body language and our verbal language. So be open. And try to create something that would give other people that feeling that you're there with them and you're interested in what they have to say. So lean a little bit forward. When you're sitting in a chair, in a meeting room, make sure that you're not lying on the table. Sit, take yourself to the end of the chair, lean a little bit forward, smile to them, and bring high energy into the room. You know, nature gave babies 4 secrets to attract us and to gain our compassion, love, and emotional engagement. The first one is the eye contact. Look at other people's eyes when you're talking to them and when they're talking to you. Make sure that you're smiling, because when you're smiling, we're inviting them as our mirrors to smile to us as well. So bring this good energy, look at their eyes, smile to them. You know, these babies, they have another 2 secrets beside the eye contact and the smile. They cry and they smell. Sometimes good, sometimes less. So always smell good, right? It's redundant to say. But don't cry, and never cry on customers' shoulders. Salesmen cry at night, not in front of their customers, right? I would like to share with you one big secret. And I would like to ask you, okay, to fill these words into sentences. Intuitively, something personal, but not your secret. For example, complete the 2 words I love into something that you can identify with. For example, I love cooking. I love being with my family at weekends. I love traveling all over the world. Things that you can say. On weekends, I used to hike with my friends or ride bicycles in the park and so on. Now, all these sentences are just ordinary, simple sentences that people might tell you during this chit-chat or small talk. The idea is how you can take this normal sentence and to unlock it and to develop a deep conversation between 2 souls. They just started with something even shallow. So please remember, each one of us here at the center, we have our core belief system. This magic buttons that when you touch it, immediately it stimulates us and other people as well, of course. So almost every sentence that we are saying, there's a word that is coming from this internal part. We call these words points. So whenever people are talking, try to listen to these points, to words that contain something emotional, something private, something subjective. And all you have to do is to echo these words. Because, for example, when somebody is telling you that they love cooking, the word cooking is a personal word that tells something about themselves. So you can echo it and tell them, oh, cooking, what do you cook? And then they'll tell you something about what they're cooking. And then you can open another point. So they can tell you, well, at the beginning, I used to bake cakes, but it's too, you have to be very much detailed when you're baking. So now I'm cooking soups and things that you can do very, you can be more creative with. They just gave you two other points. The first one is about being detailed when you're cooking, when you're baking cakes. And the second one is about being creative when you're cooking other things. So you have two words. Now you have to contribute something from yourself. You can speak about creativity. Personally, me, I don't see myself as such a creative person. So I believe that if I would be cooking, if I would be in the kitchen, I'll be, I'll bake more than I'll cook because I'm also a very detailed person. So we started the conversation talking about cooking and baking, and now we just took it to another level, talking about being detailed and about creativity. And this is exactly the idea behind starting from the outside, using these points, and penetrating a little bit to the inside, where we could speak about things that are much more significant and interesting and personal with your client. And, all of us, we have our behaviors, and we have our words and intentions. You're not always behave as you're saying. You're not always, there's sometimes a gap between what you say and what you do, right? Sometimes there's even a gap between what you say and what you intend. What do you think? But each one of us have a strong basis of values and beliefs. And when I'm trying to create intimacy or something personal, a rapport between another person and me, I'm trying to speak about values and beliefs and not about these shallow things at the outside. And remember, while people are talking, try to identify these words, these points that are a little bit more emotional, that contains this personal information below them. And whenever you recognize these emotionally charged words, echo it, open it, ask for an explanation, and the other person will give you another sentence. Open the second sentence as well. And after 2 points of your partner, contribute something from yourself. Never make it a one-side investigation because people will start to feel threatened. But if they're saying 2 sentences about themselves, you can contribute something authentic from your own side. And then you can ask another question. Then you can listen to another point or 2, and then contribute again something from your own side. And always keep using the rules of active listening. Look at their eyes, smile, bring your good energy, show them with the body language that you're really interesting, and you'll create something beautiful between other people and you. So you can use it at work, you can use it at home, you can use it with your children, with your partners, and with your friends. It's about creating something deeper with the people around you. And when other people are telling you, well, personally, I'm detailed. Personally, I'm creative. Personally, it's important for me that they're telling you how to sell to them. Because they are giving you something from their internal circle, from their core values and beliefs. I would like to take it a little bit to another direction. Because lately, all of us were working remotely as well. And people are telling me, what I miss in these all remote video meetings? I miss this personal engagement part. I miss the personal rapport and the chemistry. And I want to tell you, my friends, I really believe that it is very important to be hybrid and to work personally, you know, one-on-one physical traditional meetings, but as well with the video solutions that can make you more effective, more efficient, can save you a lot of time and resources. Just make sure that when you sit in front of the screen, in front of the camera, okay, you're using the same rules. Look at the camera, because when you look at the camera, people feel that you're creating an eye contact with them. Smile to them and not jump directly into the issue that you want to solve. Present yourself with people that you don't know. Say something personal about yourself and ask them to present themselves as well. So you can open 1 or 2 points and develop something personal in between you and them. Smile to the camera. Avoid of touching your face, because that's all what they see. And use some hand gestures to show them that you're interested in what they're saying. Show them in these video meetings that you're listening to them, so echo from time to time their points or their important contribution to the conversation. And I think that it's very, very nice and important to label emotions. So for example, you can tell, well, it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed when they're a little bit excited while they're talking to you. When they go into these numbers, tell them, oh, I see that you're very detailed. So show them that you understand their personality, even though you're in a video meeting. Because it's a great platform, not great as the personal one-on-one meeting on a cup of coffee, but still, I believe that we can create this intimacy even in remote meetings. Remember the secret of emotional contagion, because we're influencing each other emotional situation. So when you bring high energy, when you bring good vibes, people can develop this desirable emotion. They can feel something that they really need. They can feel that they trust you. Speak about solidarity. Speak about cooperation. And remember, something that we call it positive climate. Well, positive climate actually is a term from schooling. So if you have kids at school, I'm sure that the most important thing for you, for each one of you, is the positive climate. So that your children are going to school and they're happy there. Because if they're suffering during their day at school and they come home sad, I'm sure that most of you, the next day you'll send them to another school because you want them to experience positive climate. Bring positive climate to your meetings. Bring positive climate to people that you meet with, because they would like to meet you once again. I really want to summarize this meeting talking about self-leadership and talking about internal engine. I deeply believe that each one of us has his own internal engine, this source of energy that you bring to every interaction with every person. People like it. People like to feel that you're not like any other person, that you have this something that you bring uniquely to the dialogue, to the meeting with them. So bring it to the table. Bring your personal agenda. Bring your life values, and people would find you more authentic and even more attractive. Thank you so much. Be your best.